We will not rest till the storm is over. We will not lay this burden down.
And he went from student to student and asked, would you be willing to risk your life for your civil rights?
On solid ground, we will not rest till the storm is over.
That was the biggest thrill I ever had in my life, just to see so many people gather for the cause.
Carry on till we stand all together.
I just opened my banner, and then I think about 6 giant state troopers came and carried me out, and they said, we'll take you anywhere you want to go. At the end of the hallway, said, we'll take you anywhere you want to go, and they had this state trooper car, and I said, if you think I'm getting in the state trooper car with you're crazy. So they said, okay, then we'll arrest you. I said, well, that's better.
The plan was that we would get arrested, that there would be mass arrests, and I decided that I would go to a cafe. The waiter came up and looked at us and looked at me and looked at them, and finally she asked me directly, are you a Negro? And I said, yes, I am. And she said, well, you know it's against the law to sit here with white people. It's against the law for you to even be in here.
This is not Mississippi. There should be no reason for not renting to anybody.
I think that, well, the property values will immediately go down if they are allowed to move in here in any numbers.
It's coming our way. That's why we're raising our voices as we work to...
Coming out of the South, I rode on the back of the bus. Well, I was in Jacksonville, but I couldn't wait to leave because the racism. Emmett Till, the year before that, he just died. You know, and I was a rebel-riser anyway. Daddy was kind of happy when I left. He said, my only child's gonna get killed down here. All he could visualize is Emmett Till.
Yeah, right. It took me a long time before I would go south.
I could have been Emmett Till. Of the many times in my life when I've been in situations, if in fact something does happen, if I am beaten for democracy, if I am killed in the line of fire from protesting for better jobs or for voting rights, or simply for the right to exist on a daily basis, that I am one of a long line of people.
It's one of the things that led me to be an activist as well. It's the scream that a mother has when she first learned that a child has been murdered. It's something that pierces your heart.
Somebody's got to do something. If not you, who is it going to be? You can't sit back and complain about a situation unless you're willing to get involved.
Everyone needs to be activists. We all need to be out there doing what we have to do.
People start saying, well, Rem is an activist. I said, no, I'm not. Then I said, well, maybe I am, because I find a play that can educate people. I raise my voice on stage.
When you're working to build a movement, you want to be very careful to always leave room in your heart for the transformation of those you oppose. Because if in fact you don't leave room for transformation and for the change of those you are opposing, you will eventually become what you hate.
What keeps me going is that I realize this is my life. I don't see stopping this.
There's no way I won't be an activist for the rest of my life.
Till we stand all together on solid ground. Till we stand all together on solid ground. Still got one hell of a view. Now your battles are won, a new journey's begun. Pete, we're singing with you. Now he's high over the Hudson, sails headed for home. High on the breeze as it cuts through the trees. Pete, you're not sailing alone.